Hey up and welcome to the video, and we're out and about in Sheffield today, and we've come to the Wyming Brook Nature Reserve to get some images of waterfalls. As you can see, there's been a frost overnight and it's still -1 now, so the landscape is covered in some nice frost, so we'll try and get back into the compositions today. Okay, first composition set up, and we've got this large rock in the left hand side of the screen, and then we've got the waterfall on the right, and the water's running out the bottom left of the screen. It's quite noisy here, so I'm not sure if you're picking me up on the mic. Camera settings, with a collision there. Camera settings, we're on 1/8 of a second, f11, ISO 400, no filter on the front, and I'm in manual mode today because I really want to control the shutter speed. I've tried a second exposure, that blurs the water too much, so I've gone down to an 1/8 of a second, and that puts some texture into the water. Here's the picture now. Okay, looking at the two shutter speeds, this one's 1/2 a second, giving us some nice blur in the water, and this is 1/8 of a second, which is giving us some texture and some detail in the water. Here are the full-size images. I'll just keep moving down now, finding various compositions, and the problem here is there's endless compositions, and I decided today I was only going to take a few pictures, but it's so hard to resist when you're faced with a scene like this. It's just it's impossible not to want to take a shot. Same settings again, 1/8 of a second. We've gone f14 this time, ISO 400. Here's that shot. Well, if I've not already apologised, I'll apologise for the huge amount of pictures I'm going to show you today on this video. But it really is. There's compositions at every turn. I'll put this one up now. And another composition here, the water's running really well today. We have had a good level of rain in the past couple of days, so this was definitely the right time to come. Just look at the size of the boulders either side of this rapids. I'm losing my train of thought here. Look at the size of the boulders at the either side of the rapids. That's going to make a nice composition. I'll put the picture up now. Well, slowly moving down now, and I didn't really want the sun out today, to be honest. I wanted nice overcast conditions, but the sun is putting some nice dapples of light on some of the compositions. Well, this tree trunk would make a great leading line if only it was pointing in the other way. Now that is a must composition. I have got to position myself somewhere over these rocks, so this is going to be a bit interesting of where I think I took this shot last time, but there's a lot more water today, and it does look a bit sketchy. So this is a bit tricky. I might have to even take this handheld. Okay, I've got the shot. I didn't get positioned where I wanted to get because it's just too hazardous on these rocks. They're slippy, it's icy, so I'm just going to have to crop the shot when I process it. 1/8 of a second, f11, ISO 250. Here's that shot. Okay, in this next composition, we've tried to incorporate these tree roots in the image. Tree roots bottom right of the shot, leading us up to the tree and then out to the waterfall. And I have tried a focus stack here, and if it comes out, here's the shot now. Now this scene here, unfortunately, is just too messy with the sort of tree branches that's down in the waterfall there. It just makes it just too untidy to take a shot. And this is quite a nice scene how the trees open out here. If the foreground is a bit tidier. Well, the temperature started to rise now, and the frost is starting to melt away. I just took this composition here, trying to get that tree trunk, using the diagonal of the tree trunk actually in the shot. You can see here the 3 exposures side by side, 1 second, half second and 1/8 of a second. And really all three images in their own right do have a certain look about them that's not disappointing, to be honest. This is the 1 second exposure, so you've got really a milky effect on the water, and the half second you do start to get some detail appearing now and a little bit of texture in the water, and finally the 1/8 of a second really does deliver some much stronger texture in that water. Well, this scene made a nice little composition. I did a focus stack here as well, so I'll put the images up now. Now this one is absolutely spectacular. This has got to be the best one I've seen yet, and I think there's going to be a few different exposures here, a few different shutter settings. Let's see what we get with the various shutter settings. That's amazing. I'm surprised if you can hear me, because the noise is tremendous. So here's a comparison of 4 different settings, starting bottom left, 1 second exposure, upper left, half a second, top right, 1/8 of a second, and then bottom right, 1/100th of a second. And after taking these shots, I really decided that there was 2 settings I was going to use moving forward. This one, which you see in this image, which is the half a second exposure, really does give some nice movement in the water, but still retains a little bit of texture. And this other setting, 1/8 of a second, which really does start to deliver some strong texture and still retains that movement. There's much more drama at 1/8 of a second, so they're my settings moving forward. And another actually, from memory, I think I am going to go further down. There's one more potential composition I want to get. There's another bridge, little mini bridge further down, so let's just see if we can get to that. Oh well, I ended up a mess, as predicted. Well, having just got up after slipping, what a nice composition this is. Really opens out, looking upwards to that bridge, but yeah. I really could have done with my wide angle lens here, and I've not bought it. Maybe next time. Here's the images from this this part of Wyming Brook. So after all this experimentation, my settings that I'm going to use for waterfalls are half a second and 1/8 of a second. And I'll always probably take 2 shots now, because I think the variations I have seen is when the water is moving at slightly different speeds. You might need to maneuver between the 2 settings, or slightly go either side of the settings, but these are my base settings moving forward. Okay, so this is probably one of the classic shots here at Wyming Brook, with this bridge on the right hand side and the waterfall and rapids on the left of the shot, and it's a lot messier than when I last came here. There's a tree branch fell down that I'm pretty sure wasn't here last time, but here's this shot. Okay, I'm going to end the video here. If you like the content, if you like what you've seen today, please subscribe, share the video, give it a like, give it an unlike, make a comment, and I'll see you later.